What's up, Mod Squad? MOB back with another Division 2 build breakdown video. Now, a lot of people have thrown out their max damage rifle builds out there, so I thought I would jump in and mix with mine, seeing as it is slightly different to what everybody else is running. Now, I use this build for my heroic content as well as my speed runs for the league. So with that said, let's get into the build, starting off with the specialist. Now, we are running the gunner specialist, and the reason for that is because I wanted the Banshee pulse. You're going to see why I choose the Banshee pulse in a little bit, but we got the Banshee pulse on a 20-second cooldown, which is great. I would usually use the Firefly, but the cooldown on that is around 50 seconds. And seeing as this is a max DPS build, I can't really spec into any skill haste to get that back faster, so this is the next best thing. So that's why we're running that specialist. Looking at our primary weapon, the Baker's dozen, of course. Everybody's running this gun, and I believe it's because they just can't find an M1A that's maxed out like this with a decent talent. I can't find one for the life of me. So this is the one I've been using. 524k base damage, 15% rifle damage, 17% critical hit damage, and 6% damage to armor. We have perfect lucky shot, of course. Everyone knows how this works. Looking at the attachments, we have the VX1 scope, giving us 35% headshot damage, negative 10% reload speed. We have the extra 5 rounds in the mag. We have 5% crit chance on the laser pointer. And I believe that's pretty much it. Onto our secondary, and our secondary is pretty important here because it gives us a good boost in damage. Now, the rifle itself doesn't really matter, even if it had rubbish rolls, but the main reason I'm running this rifle is because we get Vindictive. Killing an enemy with your status effect applied grants you and all allies within 15 meters 15% critical hit chance and 15% critical hit damage for 20 seconds. So that is a nice boost in damage. Also pairs up nicely with the fact that we have the Coyote's mask here, which also gives us bonuses for crit chance and crit damage within certain distances, as well as our allies. So on this mask, 15% weapon damage, 4.6% critical hit chance, 10.3% critical hit damage, and 11.3% critical hit damage from our mod. So onto our chest piece, which is a Providence chest piece. We have two pieces of Providence giving us headshot damage and critical hit chance. It has 11.7% weapon damage, 6.4% headshot damage, which I'd like to be crit damage. We have 4% crit chance and then 11.1% critical hit damage via a mod. And the talent we are running is focused, increases weapon damage by 5% every second you are aiming while scoped 8 times or higher, stacks up to 50%. The perfect version is 6% and 60%. I would be running that chest piece because I do have one, but the rolls on it are absolutely terrible. But I recommend getting the Aroldi Holdings perfect version if you can. Moving on to our holster, we have the Seska holster giving us 10% critical hit chance. We have 15% weapon damage, 11.9% critical hit damage, and 4.5% critical hit chance. A pretty nice holster. Onto the backpack, and it's the same backpack that I just cannot replicate anywhere else, cannot get a better version. It just will not drop for me, so I am stuck with this. It is my Providence backpack, and it has 14.9% weapon damage, 11.6% critical hit damage, 13.5% weapon handling, which of course I want to be crit chance, and then we have 11.2% critical hit damage via a mod. Now, the talent we are running is Vigilance, increases total weapon damage by 25%, taking damage disables this buff for 4 seconds. And it works great with this build because we are cheesing, of course, focus with the shield, and we are not taking damage, so vigilance is up majority of the time. I'd say about 80% of the time. So we are hitting hella hard. Moving on to the gloves, and I finally got these gloves. It took a while. It was funny because I farmed for 3 days straight to get these gloves. Couldn't get them. I was out in my garden actually doing some stuff, came back in, jumped on, and I did a random activity within the targeted loot area, and I just got them given to me, just like that, just randomly. So pretty funny how I got them. We have 10.8% weapon damage, 11% damage to armor, which is the max roll you'll get on every pair of these that drops, and then I have 5.2% critical hit chance, which I rolled on them. Moving on to the Kneepads, we have the Fox's Prayer Kneepads. They give us 12% weapon damage, 15% damage to targets out cover, and 12% critical hit damage. And I also want to say that the damage we get from the targets out cover and the damage we get from the damage to armor on these two pieces, these two named pieces, the damage is multiplicative. So you'll get more damage out of these two than running anything else. that's just for those of you who don't know, because believe it or not, we still get new players coming through every single day, and we are so close to hitting 12k, guys. I believe we're like maybe 150 off now. But yeah, thank you guys for hitting that sub button, hitting that like button. You guys have honestly been going crazy with the support, and I really do appreciate it. Although we have had a slight drop in views, the support in the comment section and with the like button is crazy. So keep on doing it, because you're pushing us through and you're helping us grow. Now, when it comes to the skills section, we are running the Crusader shield, the ballistic shield. Cooldown is 20 seconds, and I believe it just stays 20 seconds. I don't know if a skill build can get that coming back any faster. I don't think it really matters, because the shield seems to be there all the time unless it gets broken, and then it goes on a cooldown. I have mods on here. We have the 4.6% shield health. I have 4.3% deflect damage, and then I have 3.8% shield health as well. And here is the Banshee Pulse. I believe I have some mods on here at 8.2% charge speed, 4.3% effect duration, and an 8.2% charge speed as well. Oh no, yeah, that's it. I have 2 mods, sorry. I thought I had 3. So we have 2 mods on there. That's the skills we are running. And that's pretty much the build, guys. This build hits hella hard. It free taps. If you get 3 headshots, it's free tapping all day long. And it's 5 tapping the bosses, I believe. So from what I've tested, it 5 taps bosses. So it hits hella hard, hitting up way past 4 million, 4.6 million I've seen sometimes when I got all the buffs up. And there's still loads of room for improvement. Again, crit damage on the backpack, base damages on gear pieces could be a lot higher as well. So I believe we can get near the 5 million mark pretty damn easy. I have heard there is going to be a nerf to rifles, but I won't worry about it because that's only in PvP and not in PvE, so I've heard. So nothing to worry about there. Still going to be doing great damage in PvE, and that's what this build is. It's a PvE build. It's for you guys who are running solo for the heroics and the speed runs. I wouldn't recommend taking this into the dark zone or using it in conflict, because this is pretty damn cheesy when it comes to PvP. So try and steer clear from that, guys. We're going to look at the stat sheet now. So starting off with the offensive stats, we have 524k weapon damage, 345k PvP weapon damage, which doesn't matter because you guys are not going to use this in PvP. We have 48.5% critical hit chance, 121.4% critical hit damage. You can add another 25% on top of that critical hit damage because of Coyote's mask, and you can add some crit chance to it as well because of Coyote's mask, but you can also add, say, another 15% crit chance and crit damage because of Vindictive on our other rifle, which we gain from killing a enemy that's under a status effect. So this is a maxed out crit chance, crit damage build, guys. Hits hella hard. Like I said, 4.6 million is what I can remember off the top of my head. You're free tapping most elite enemies. So we have 111.4% headshot damage, 17% armor damage, 0% health damage. We have 3-second reload time, 1.6% reload speed bonus, 3.8% accuracy, and 3.4% stability. Moving on to our other stats now, we have 83% all weapon damage, 15% marksman, 40% rifle damage, and then 25% LMG. Moving on to the brand sets, we are using, as you can see right there, and the talents. If you want to pause the video to go over this in greater detail, guys, feel free. Defensive stats, we have 718k armor. We are not feeling anywhere near as squishy as when we use glass cannon, but all I'm going to say is you don't want to get caught out in the open with your shield down. Trust me, you will still get schmelted. And that is it, guys. These are the stats for the skills if you want to pause the video to go over them. That's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys enjoyed the build. Make sure to hit that like button, as it does support the channel and help us grow. If you're new, subscribe for lots more Division 2 content. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Enjoy the footage. Peace out, Mob Squad.
Neutralizing hostage!
Weak points exposed.
What's wrong with me?
Taking the shot!
Hostage health is critical.
Reloading! Cover me!
Hostage is dead.
Round that shield. Armor is failing!
I'll take it out.
Detecting weak points.
I'm ready.
I can't see anything!
Incoming hostiles detected.
I can deal with it. Get around them. Got the range. All set. We need to flank them.
Weak points detected.
What the hell was AIA? Damn it! Out again!
Targeting enemy asset. That fucker with the shield.
Weak points exposed.
I'll get you for that, asshole! I'm taking you down! Guess the plate's wasted.